This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, hello everyone. So very good morning to all. So in today's session, we have to discuss about events. I think I already started events. I need to start events. Last session, I hope I discussed about objects and functions. I don't know whether I started events or not. Guys, can you tell me? I started events. Events in JavaScript. Am I started? On click, on double click. They are the events. I believe. I didn't start for you, right? Okay, so let me continue the events in JavaScript. So this is also one of the important concept, guys. That is nothing but events in JavaScript and mostly used one. And maximum interactions. Why JavaScript is for? JavaScript is used for providing interactions on a web page. We know that. How can we provide interactions on a web page? By using events only. Event. What is an event here? So if we can see, an event is an object. Sorry, an event is a function. Yeah, we can call it as an object also, guys. There is an event object, predefined object. I will tell you later what is an event predefined object also we can see. Right. So what is meant by event? I can call it as a function. I can call it as a one task. I can call it as some work. I can call it as some action, and whatever it may be, everything will be use the same meaning. Will give the same meaning. Function, event, task, work, or action, whatever it may be, guys. Right. See, here the JavaScript major is aim is here. I want to execute some logic when an event occurred. I mean, what is that event occurred? So you are clicking the button. I want to execute some logic. On load the page, I want to execute some logic. On submit the form, I want to execute some logic. We are interacting with the form fields, I want to execute some logic. Everything. So it should be based on the situation only, not on every time. I don't want to execute this logic every time. We know what is a function. A function is a reusable logic. A function is a reusable block of code. I want to execute that function, not every time, when I required only. When I click the button, execute the function. When I focus the mouse on it, execute the function. When I hover the mouse, execute the function. This is called the event, guys. JavaScript is providing some of the predefined events, guys. Here, all the events are going to be added to an element on the starting element. For example, we have a paragraph tag open close. So paragraph tag open close on click I take it. Something like this. Click here. I'm taking something called a label called click here. You can take a button like this. We have so many number of elements now. Whatever the element it may be, this is a button open, button close. On button also, I want to do something. On button click here. So what you want to do, on click the button, I want to execute some logic. Always the event property, there are so many categories are there, guys. 1 minute. Let me tell you three major categories here we are having. Mouse events, I think you know what are the mouse events. mouse mouse events. And one more is going to be keyboard events. This is keyboard events, right? After that, form events. These are the mostly used events. We are going to discuss these three category of events must and surely. What is a form event? What is a keyboard event? What is a mouse event? After that, we have a lot of events are there. Audio player and video player events. So what is exactly audio and video player events, as well as audio and video? What else we are having here? Animation related events also, guys. Here, animation related events. There is some more category, drag and drop events also. Drag and drop. So there are like this. We have a lot of events are there. Load events like this we have. So lot of events categories are there. If required, we can discuss them. No need to worry about it. But The first three only I will discuss, guys. If I discuss these three, I think you will understand how can we apply the events on the remaining also. At least three categories I will discuss. If required, load events also we will discuss. Okay, no need to worry about it. For everything, there is a kind of category. For every action, there is some category. These are the event categories. You know, what is the meaning of mouse events here? So click is an event by using mouse. DBL click is an event. Double click also now. We can do double click on also by using mouse. And mouse over, MOUSE, mouse over. When you're overing the mouse, what we want to do? Mouse out. What is this is? You hover the mouse. I removed the mouse. Right, there is one more event very important called mouse move. When I am moving the mouse, what is the task I want to perform? When I hover the mouse, what is the task I want to perform? Right. So these are all the things, guys, you need to remember. Now the one more thing, what are the keyboard events? Generally, when we are pressing the key, there is an event called key press. There is a one more event called key up. So you pressed the key and you released the key. Key up in the sense press and release. Key up, press and release. That is called key up. Just key press what you want to do. Just key up what we want to do. So form events. There are a lot of events are there. So these form events are mostly used events in real time. So I'm talking about one important event called submit event and reset event. On submit is an event, on reset is an event, right? So focus is an event, blur is an event, right? Change is an event. Like this we have a lot of events are there, guys. Here we can discuss one by one later, don't worry about it. But these events are also, I don't know whether you may use keyboard events or not in real time, but at least one, two places you may use keyboard events, but most of the events are mouse events and form events. This is the forms means definitely when you want to work with registration form and login form, definitely you should know form events. Right, mouse events are also the mostly one because all interactions on a web page will done by mouse events only, right? Yeah, definitely mouse events are the mostly used one, right? Okay, so like this, whatever the event it may be, that may be a mouse event, keyboard event, or form event, a drag and drop event, whatever it could be, all the events are added to an element on the starting of the element. So every event is going to be added here. I mean, if you can tell me syntactically, this is going to be the element open, element close. Simply I'm writing something like this, don't worry. So here some content will come here, some content. So whatever it may be, guys, if you want to add this, it is going to be, the event will be come here. Even every event will be added to an element as an attribute. Remember carefully, here I am writing every event is added, every event is added to an element by using element. Every event is added to an element as an attribute. We can write like this. How can we add an attribute to an element? We know it is always about starting of the element. We can add the attributes, right? How can we add an event to an element? Right. Now, if you can come down here, you can see starting of the element. This is the event name. This is the event name equal to some action. Whatever it may be, this is going to be some action in the sense. What is the event? Click event. For this click event, the related associated function. This is nothing but some function actually. I want to call it as a some function to be executed on based on the event. That event may be focus or mouse or blur or whatever it may be. So this is what exactly we will do here. Now you can see how can we add a click event here. Now you can see on click is an attribute equal to what you want to perform. So I want to perform some action. Let us write some action function. So this is going to be some action is a function. Can you see? This is the function I perform. So I'm associating a function with the name some action to the event on click. I'm binding. So people, we can also call, right guys, here, add an event to an element, add an event to an element. Okay, this is one way. ORR, the same, bind an event to an element, binding an event to an element. ORR, I can call in one more way, attach an event, right? You can use any of the word, ATTSCH, attach an event to an element. Exactly, guys. This is what exactly the way of adding events to an element. I mean, whatever it may be, technically, some people will call how to add an element to how to add an event. Some people will call how to bind an event. So don't confuse here. Bind, add, attach, all are same. So adding an event, binding an event, so attach an event to an element. Exactly. These are all come under the same picture, guys. Right? Check this carefully. This is what exactly you should remember. Attach an event. So right, so this is the way of adding or attaching or binding an event to an element, right? So we have some other ways also there. In the upcoming sessions we can see how can we add the events to an element also, guys, right? But right now just you can see this is the way of adding an element to a way of adding an event to an element. Exactly, right? So now we are going to talk about okay, let me create a file so that we will also get some clarity. So let me execute some function here, create a file. So let me save this as events.html is the file name. So let me remove all this basic stuff from here. So I removed everything. All right, let me have something called h1 tag open, h1 tag close. So here I'm taking events in JS. Let me change this also. JS events events, right? Exactly. So here I'm going to click one button. Okay, this is the, you can take anything, any element here. That may be a button, or how many elements are there in HTML. You can take all the elements, no problem, right? So this is the button. On click this button, just I'm writing click here to proceed or something like this. Now I'm adding an event to the element on click equal to this is the on click equal to what we want to do. That's what exactly I want to add here. So on click is equal to exactly what is, if you can see, I want to call it some function, right? Some action. Now you can check this. This is going to be the some action. Now you can see. Let me run the file, and I am running the file. You added an event with a name called some action. That is actually the function name, guys. So what happened here? Something went wrong. Button tag opened. Button tag is not closed. Okay, how to close the element properly? Now you can check this. You are able to see. Click here. Always when you're working with JavaScript, guys, open our console. It's very important thing. If you have any error, we can check the errors in the console. Right now on load the page, I don't have any error, but you can see when you are clicking that button you may get an error. Can you see? I'm getting an error. What is this error? Can you see? On-caught reference error. Some action is not defined. So on some action is not defined, HTML button element on click the button element, some action function is not defined. So the errors are also very clear and very clever, guys, here. So we need to read the error message and we have to understand it. What exactly this error message is saying that, so there is no action. I mean, nothing is there, right? Exactly. Right now you can check this. Now it is going to be some action. Now you can open this script, or you can open the script tag anywhere, either in head section, either in body section, wherever you want, you can add it, no problem. The things will be gets executed. SCRIPT script. So now I'm just going to take the some action function, function open, function close. Hey guys, I think I discussed it na with you. This is, I don't know whether I discussed it with you or not. Aman, are you there, Aman, in the session? Oh, Aman is not there. You guys, can you check this? I discussed about inner HTML, I believe, right? My God, I am repeating the same session. Huh? Oh,
Sir,
oh,
you
oh, oh.
completed till inner text, inner HTML.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
I
So,
send you the
okay,
mail.
let me. Right. Okay. Let me continue up to here then. Okay, guys, I think you know very well what is inner text, what is inner HTML, and we've seen, right? Okay, don't worry. I think the file, I am not able to find the file in 8am JavaScript. Where I written the file, I don't know then. That's why I was unable to see the file. My God. Somewhere I written, I don't know where I written exactly. 1 minute, let me check the file. Where is the file I have saved? Maybe here I saved in 10am UI. Oh my god, I saved the file in this location. Sorry. I think we completed up to here, right? Inner text, inner HTML. My god. Okay. So sorry for that, guys. I think I'm repeating the session, unfortunately. Okay, don't worry. So let me continue here. I think you already have this idea. So we designed a small element. I think I need to copy the code. I need to shift the code into your file actually. Right. Okay. Save the file. You can close this. I saved the file in wrong location. Right, guys. This is what we did in the last session, I believe. Right. So you can see where txt1, txt2, and first and second we have the way of finding an element also we seen, right? The main thing, there are two empty divisions are there on the screen. This is the main div, this is the section, but they don't have anything inside of it actually. This is also, it doesn't have anything inside of it. On load the button, sorry, on click the button, what we are doing, we are binding the information like this. So this is for div1, this is for section. So this is the way of getting the element, and inner HTML and inner text. Inner text will be work as a plain text. Even though if you can write HTML, the HTML will be added to the element as it is as a plain text. But inner HTML, if you want to add inner HTML, it is going to be added to you. HTML as well as plain text, whatever it may be. I think we've seen the difference in the last video, very detailed manner. Okay, right. So now, and we can add multiple events also. It's also works for us, right? Now you can see I'm adding one more event here. This is going to be double click event. Let me add this. The event is going to be double click. DBL click is the event, but you have to add on click, guys, here definitely. So let me go and take this as a on click. Let me go there on DBL click. This is exactly the event we are having on DBL click. So can we see now, this time I'm going to click it one time. I click it one time, it not happen. I click it second time also, it doesn't happen. You have to click the element two times at a time fastly. Now you can see I double clicked on the element two times at fastly. So you have to do something like this exactly, guys. So this is the way of adding an event to an element. Double click. So now I want to execute some task on click the button. No, I want to execute some task on double click the button. Whatever it may be, click and double click. Now I'm taking the click only, not DBL click. So it's not double DOUBLE. It's simply on DBL click. This is what exactly you need to do, guys. Okay, on DBL click is the event. So the next thing, guys, you need to check this. I want to talk about one more important thing. How to find an element by using get element by id. Now there are a lot of ways are there, guys, for finding an element in the JavaScript. Let me create one more file for this. I'm creating a file with a name called events1.html. I will follow the naming convention like this, guys. Events1, events2, like this. Okay, let me do one thing. So this is the way of finding an element in JavaScript. This is the some plain text we are having. Okay, on click, guys, this is very important. Try to see, I'm writing one small scenario here. Okay, let me leave this also here. Right, this is very very important, you have to understand. On click the button, now what is going to be happen? Nothing will be happen, only the function will be called. Okay, let me execute this file. So now I'm going to execute this file, launch in Chrome. Now you can click on this, nothing will be happen. Can you see, is there anything happen? Nothing will. Do you have any error? First of all, I don't have any error. So here I'm coming to this event function. In this, all of you try to see, I'm printing something called console.log. Nothing but I just want to print this as an event. What is this event? Am I passed anywhere here? Am I declare anywhere this event variable? right? You can see I'm just going to take this as an event. Am I declared anywhere in the file? No, I didn't declare anywhere in the file, but I'm, for example, you have a variable, guys. Let x is equal, let ax, okay, whatever it may be, 100. You can print ax. Console.log of ax, if you can print, you will get 100 value. But I am not having anything. I'm just having something called event only. This is an event only, guys. Event only. But am I declared anywhere? No, I didn't declare anywhere. Remember, event is a predefined object. Very, very important, guys. You have to remember. Event is a predefined object available where in every event function. Okay. See, this is the welcome function. It is attached on click event. Now I am writing a function. Now you can see sample as a function, sample sample. In this sample function, can I get event object? Okay, here we have event object. I told you event is a predefined object. In the sample function, can I get the event object? It is highly impossible. The event object will automatically available to event function only. See, the welcome is a function which is binded to an event. Na? In this function only event object will available. This function is not binded anywhere, so event object will never available to this function, right? What I want to tell you, let me show you and let me print you the same. Now console.log of event. Now you can see this is very important. Sometimes the people will ask us, user is interacting on the screen, what type of event user performed? Click event, focus event, blur event, what type of event he performed? If you want to know, remember, this is the function we are having, this is an object we are having, where you clicked exactly, at what coordinate you clicked exactly on the screen, at x coordinate, y coordinate, everything will be logged by this also, guys. Here now you can check this. Earlier, to identify these elements, we used document.getElement by id, and to identify this element we used document.getElement by id. I don't want to use get element by id, but still I want to find the element. There are 6 7 ways are there, guys, to find an element in JavaScript, right? Let me show you guys here. I'm just going to execute this. You are not having anything. So, okay, I printed console.log now. Okay, save the file. This is event1.html. In the console, can you see, guys, there is something is created that it is going to be pointer object. Now you can click on it. Now you can see what is this, guys. Here, can you able to see? This is an event object available automatically. What type of event this is? A type of event, it is a predefined object. I'm saying, you remember carefully, it's a predefined JavaScript object. Predefined object, it's a JavaScript object. Okay, you clicked this and the event is working, right? On click this button, event is printing on the console, and we're able to see what type of event that is. Okay, now you can do one thing. I'm writing a function sample, sample sample. This is not binded anywhere. Okay, right. So here you are having console.log of event. Okay, now you can call the sample function. If you can call the sample function, you may have undefined. Can you see? That is not defined here. This event is not defined. That's why you're getting undefined. Event is not defined, but here event is printing something, right? Remember, this function is not at all attached to any of the event, or it is not binded to any of the event, but this function is binded to an event. If it is a, if any of the function binded to any of the event, then only the event object is available into it. Without that we cannot. So the function should be binded definitely, then only event object is available. On which element you clicked? So event dot type, it is an object, na? It is an object. Simply, if you can write event dot type, type is a property. Now you can check this, what type of event that is. Now you can see that is a click event. On what element you clicked, if you want to know, event dot target, target, target is the element. Now you can check this. On click this, the target element. What is this? Oh, you're getting this button. This is the target element. It is slow something, I believe. On click this, you are getting this. What element you clicked? I'm not writing document.get element by id, and I'm just getting like this. But you cannot get these following elements, guys. Okay. So event dot target, on the target element, where the event was performed, the target element of the event. The target element of the event is button only. So that's why you will get that button only, guys. Event dot target is some of the properties, guys. Here we can use them. So wait for some time. Slowly we can explore all the properties, guys. Here. So now I'm telling you two things. Event is a predefined object. If this event contains two major things. One is what type of event that is, and where you performed the following event. That is called target element. The target element, you performed the event exactly. I don't know where you performed the event exactly, right? So if you want to know, this is exactly event is a predefined object, and this is available to the event function only. If the function is attached to any event, then only it is available here. Otherwise, it is not going to be available, guys. Right. So you got some clarity here. Now exactly what is an event and how can we do the event like this. You can try to explore. There are a lot of things are there in the event object. Now you can go there and you can print this event object and try to check each and every one, and you can see the following information. Yes, I'm printing the whole event object. The pointer is a thing. So now you can see alt key. You pressed alt key. No, that's why it is giving false. You pressed any control key. Where is this control key? I didn't press any control key. That's why it is giving you false. And at x coordinate and y coordinate, what is the coordinates you used? Client x and client y. X coordinate and y coordinate. Y coordinate is 175, x coordinate is 77. At that point of time, you clicked the button. Now you can see control key false. There is a alt key. There is a shift key also. If you can bit go down, did you press any shift key here? Where is a shift key? Somewhere around. Yeah, shift key also I didn't press. Now you can see I pressed control shift alt. I'm pressing both the keys. Now I'm clicking the button. Now you can see event is fired. Now you can check this. I pressed three keys, guys. Here can you see here alt key is true and control key is true. I mean, how do we know, guys, when I'm pressing control plus something what I want to do? Now shift key is also true. You if you can press alt plus click button, now you can see alt key is true. If you can press alt plus click button, now you can see event is fired. Now you can see now event dot. Now you can see console.log how the people will perform these logics. You can check this console.log event dot event dot alt key alt k capital, I believe, right? Alt key you pressed. Now you can check this. I didn't press alt key. That's why it is false. Now you can go and press the alt key second time. Now you can see I pressed alt and I'm clicking the button. Now you can see alt key is true. If you want to click the button, you have to press alt and you have to click the button, then only I want to execute some logic. If you want to click the button, you have to press the shift key and you have to click the button, then only I want to execute some logic. Whatever you want to perform, guys, you can do. So if you want to do some action, you have to click the button like control shift button click, then only I want to execute some logic. Now simply what people will do, now you can see, so they will write this into one condition. If alt key is true, I want to execute this logic, otherwise I don't want to execute this logic. Can you see, this is a conditionally we can write the logic. If alt key, what alt key will do, initially I'm not pressing any alt key. Now you can see nothing will be printed in the console. I pressed a click button. Now you can see I'm pressing alt. Now I'm clicking this. Now you can see the logic is executed by pressing alt key, right? Sometimes we need to execute the function logic conditionally. Right, exactly. How we can do this conditionally? This event, remember, I told you some of the event categories, right? Form events, mouse events, drag and drop events like this, right? The event object will automatically available to for all these events. Event is one object, that is a predefined object. You know, one more thing, guys, here. Later I will tell you, when we are typing some keys in the keyboard, which key you pressed? I want to know what is the key you pressed. What is the key code? You pressed enter button, you pressed backspace, you pressed escape. So I want to know something like this. So how do I know which key you are pressing? Best example, guys, I want to tell you. When we are chatting with the friends, generally, when you are chatting with the friends, we will type so many keywords. But after hitting enter button, chat will be submitted. Sir, how the chat is submitted after hitting enter button only? right? Yeah, we should know about it, guys, how this is all happens exactly there. So we should understand what exactly this is going to be happens. Okay, right. So fine, guys, right? This is all about the events and event manipulation, how we can manipulate the events, how we can add the events to an element, right? Like this. So the next, guys, here I want to talk about the mouse click and double click we seen, and there are some more events are there, guys, in the mouse events. Now you can see these are the events we have to discuss. So these we seen. Now mouse over, mouse move, mouse out, mouse enter, mouse leave also, na? Mouse mouse, mouse enter, mouse enter, mouse leave also same, guys. Mouse leave almost all you can see. Mouse over is equivalent to mouse enter, I believe. Mouse enter, mouse, mouse enter. Mouse out, mouse out. Mouse out is equivalent to mouse out is equivalent to mouse leave. Mouse leave, exactly. This is what exactly we are having, guys, here. So we'll take this, okay, now, right? So it may take some time. Let us start in a fresh session tomorrow so that we will get more clarity, guys, okay? Because I don't want to stop into the middle, but I want to give you very detailed examples on each and every of these events actually. Even if I provide something to you right now, you may not understand. I mean, you can understand, but I want to continue everything in all these four in one session, and especially the event. This is also very important, guys. Mouse move is very, very important event. You can easily understand mouse over and mouse out, but mouse move, when we are moving the mouse, the event is going to be continuously getting executed. So let me show you some of the things for you so that you will also get more clarity. Okay, right. Thank you, guys. Then, if you have any doubts, let me know, please. Sorry, actually, I forget. I thought that I didn't discuss these events. Actually, I have to discuss the events for 10 a.m. batch. So I thought in that way. I think I went like that. Sorry for that. Right, don't worry. So tomorrow we can continue the same. And if you have any doubts,